Welcome back, everybody. This is Jibbacraft. You are in my world. Today I've got an idea for a build that we're going to do together. I'm almost ready to build my house. I'm still collecting quartz, and I need to find where I want to put my house specifically. I have a few places in mind, a couple ideas, but that's not what we're doing today. I'm going to give you a brief update on what's been going on during the week, and then we're going to build something around the villager trading platform. That has had a big update this week. I mean, the villager trading has reached a breakthrough this week. So let's take a tour. I'm going to, before anything, I'm going to make myself another bed. Do I have enough wool? Yes. Because we're going to bring a bed out there to work with so that we can sleep when we need to sleep. It is raining, so I have my particles off. I'm excited about 1.7 because that will no longer be necessary. You'll be able to turn down the weather settings as far as volume. So let's see. Let's start here. Let's start with this guy. Now you'll see I've changed horses. I went horse hunting. So let's see what the big deal is about this guy, hey? His name is Le Cinq Bloc Cheval, which is French for the 5-block horse. And if you may be able to guess why I call him the 5-block horse, here we are at a 5-block wall. Oh yeah, for days. Cleared it. Oh, that wasn't a full jump. Anyway, and he's quite a bit faster than my other horse, who was a 3-block horse. So, Le Cinq Bloc Cheval is a keeper. Welcome to the family, Le Cinq. Okay, now, I tried to do a tutorial video for building my chicken farm here, but it just did not work out. I had some interruptions during the video, and then my recording settings got off, and it just didn't turn out. So let me give you a tour of what's going on here. So up here we have, I don't know how many, about 50 adult chickens, which are all laying eggs, one egg every, I think it's 3 to 5 or 5 to 8 minutes or something like that. So they're all working on laying eggs. When they lay their eggs, their eggs go into a hopper, which is right on top of this dispenser. And every time that an egg goes into the dispenser, the comparator picks it up, sends it out, sends out the signal, which comes back. This is a quick clock right here because it's on subtraction mode, so you get a feedback loop. Excuse me, which sends a signal back into here and causes the dispenser to fire. So the eggs come out here, they break against this stone slab right here, but they hatch above the stone slab. Now baby chickens are there you go. See, did you see the egg fire? No chicken hatched that time, but that's okay. Now baby chickens are only a half block tall, so I've got a lava blade there. But it doesn't hurt them when they're babies, but when they grow up, they cook, and they give me their feathers. So it is working perfectly. I may have to disable it at some point, because I'm eventually going to have full chests of chicken and feathers. I may just lay down another chest here. Do I have one in my inventory? No. Cow farm is working just fine. I'll probably do a pig farm here really soon, right next to it. The same design as the cow farm. because I want this out of the way. It's pretty ugly, just saying. I've done some enchants, and I've gone caving a bit. I renamed my pickaxe so I could continue to fix it anytime it gets close to broken. Her name is A Picareta Perfeita, which is Portuguese for the perfect pickaxe. I enchanted another bow. I got rid of my power 1 bow. This is not much better. Power 3 punch 1. I hate punch and I hate knockback. They're the two worst weapon enchantments ever, maybe besides Bane of Arthropods, but even that is functional. Knockback is just stupid. I enchanted a sword, which I may have already told you about, but this is knockback to sharpness 4, looting 3. I wish it was just sharpness 4, looting 3, but can't win them all. I got an axe, which, excuse me, that was a big yawn. The name of this axe is Hacha de la Maravilla, which is Spanish for Axe of Wonder. This is the perfect axe, efficiency 4, unbreaking 3, silk touch 1. That was cool. I, of course, have my silk touch shears, which are used for breaking glass and bookshelves and so forth. The name of my silk touch shears is Der Conservator, which is German for the conserver, the conservator. We like to use different languages. We like to vary things up a bit and make it interesting. Anyway, here we go. Everything is named thusly so that it can be repaired. Now, where to start? Let's start over here. This is probably the most major change out of everything. Let's get these closed. I have changed the breeding cell quite extensively. This is a design that was originally made by Tango Tech. I will provide a link to the video in the description. This is an automatic villager breeder. Man, let me tell you what. I had to transport all these adult villagers over here and store them, and then I had to rebuild the entire breeder according to his schematics. It's a pretty neat system. It works on a daylight sensor. You see that down there. Once a day, when it goes from night to dawn, this piston retracts, which there's a piece of glass attached to it, and at the same time, or just a split second later, this piston fires, boom, and it pushes the baby villagers over into this space where the block, well, I guess I should say this space where the block of glass was, and then just a split second later, everything resets. This returns into this space, pushes the baby villagers into this area. When they grow up, they go up the water elevator and over into their holding cell, where we will make good use of them. Now, it's getting nighttime. Oh, you know what? I was working in a peaceful world, working on a design for a door that I'm going to be building today. And I think when I work in I'm not a peaceful world, in a creative world. I was working in a creative world off camera on a door that I'm going to be putting in today, and so when I switched over, I still had it on peaceful because I hate doing stuff in my creative world where there are mobs spawning. It's just annoying. So let's get down the bed. You know what? Let's actually put it over here by... Mobs are going to start spawning any moment now. In here, so that when I wake up, you can see everything in action. Here we go. So, daylight comes. See there. Oh, there already was. It hadn't gotten dark enough that it had to reset the signal, so we'll show it to you some other night. Anyway, today's project, today's idea. So I have this big, pretty much ugly platform, right, with my villagers for trading. And it's just kind of there in the middle of nowhere, looking goofy and ugly. And I was trying to figure out what I want to do with it, how I want to fix it up to make it not look like this. And the idea that I've had is to make a build around it that looks like a villager house, but is to scale of this right here. So, as you know, village houses come fully equipped with wooden doors. So that's where we're going to start. I'm going to start by making the door. I've got to get an idea of where we want to go here. Now I figure if we put the door somewhere like right here, that'll give us enough space to maybe 1 or 2 blocks closer to have like a little staircase going up to the trading platform. It will allow us access to this whole area. I think I'm going to leave these in, or maybe put it right here so that I still have a zombie slaughtering trap. We'll see. But at any rate, let's get on with the build, shall we? Alright, so if the door's going to be here, we're going to make it 2 by 3, which extends. So a regular door is 1 by 2. It extends it in each direction by 1 block. So it's now 2 by 3. So it's a symmetrical extension. I'm going to need then my dirt. And I'll put one here. I needed this here. And then we switch to pistons. Hello, there we go. Great. Okay, that's a good start. Now, the way that we're going to do this door, let me grab some cobblestone because that's going to be a key element in this build. Surprisingly enough, yes, it is true. I'm going to build with cobble because it is a villager or a village house. So now this and this, I don't need these for a little while till we do the T flip-flop. Okay, so now we have a functioning door. If I unpower it, it goes open. When I power it, it closes. So the next question is, how do I want to make this work, right? I'm fairly sure that I'm going to use a button. Let's go on with the build a little bit here, and I'll show you what I have in mind. Let's come around to the back. Can't forget that lava is there. Now, what's going to happen is I need a T flip-flop. So let's put, this is kind of the center of the door. Let's put the T flip-flop here. Okay, alright, so there's that. Let's bring up a block that sets itself apart. I need a piston here and a piston here, and we'll put 1 block here, here, and here. A torch and a torch and redstone. Yeah, I do need to go 1 block lower with this, don't I? I'm not going to be able to put my grass in here, am I? Yep, so I'm going to switch this out, put it 1 block lower. I'll be right back. Alright, here is the T flip-flop done and in the correct position. Alright, guys, welcome back. I just want for it to get dark enough. There it goes. Did you hear it? Okay. Now we sleep. It becomes daytime, and hopefully... Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like a boss. Did you see it work? That was awesome. Most excellent. This guy thinks he's coming to dance or something. Hey, guy. Come on in. Oh, yeah. The water's fine. It's a little warm, but that's how we like it. Dangerous risks. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I was thinking about it. I don't need this extra torch space at all because it's going to be a T flip-flop. It's not like... I mean, it's not like I'm going to have any issue of... Why do I only have 1 repeater? What is going on here? No, that should work, right? If I run the redstone up like this and over, that should unpower it. If I do this, right? Yeah. Great. Okay. Cool. So, and then similarly, I'll need a torch here, and then some space in here. We'll run our redstone out through here and on over, and that should close it up. So that basically sums up our T flip-flop function. Now I need to figure out how to run power from the button down to the T flip-flop. So maybe if I put the button here at the bottom, then I'll be able to draw the signal off of it, hit it, boink. I'll be able to get the signal from it and run it inside. Right. That's where the signal will come from. And what I may actually have to loop it around because I'm going to invert the signal, and I'll tell you why. Let me give you a quick demonstration here. If I put a button here, now this T flip-flop will function just fine, but only after the torches come back on. Let me show you the difference. Now let's say I put the button on a block here, and then power that redstone. Now the torches are off by default. By powering the block, the torches come on instantly, and the switch is way faster. So I'm going to use an inverted signal on the T flip-flop. So I need to draw my power off of here. We're going to put that down, and I think here a repeater to draw the signal. Then I have all the space in the world to put in what I need to put in, right? So okay, that was really functional. It was really important that I did that. Here, and here, and then here, and boom. Just enough redstone to make it work. Yeah, great. That is about as good as that one gets, I think. I cannot have a solid block there. So we just pretty much close this in. Right? Now, there's our functioning T flip-flop. works perfectly. Yeah, great, man. That is perfect. Okay, excellent. Now, on this side, I'd like to... this wall is going to have to be double thick, obviously, in order to achieve what we need to achieve, which means this will have to run the width, the whole length of it, like that, which is fine to prevent mobs from spawning. Cobblestone we have aplenty. What I'd like to do is build this along like this. Cobblestone we have aplenty, and I run out. Right? So this will come over, and then we'll have our wall. Great. We'll work on this a little bit more and figure it out. For the time being, I am going to go ahead and start moving forward with the build. Hey, there's a villager moving on through. Little priest guy. And I'm going to start building up the house so that it looks like a village house. I did want to show you a couple of things up here before I get into the well, we'll save these guys for the end. I have something enjoyable to show off with them. Now, I did install a safety failsafe switch. From time to time, if I AFK or something, these guys are going to get out of control pretty fast. So what I've done, I've installed a mass slaughter system. And they're dead. So basically all it does is unpowers the pistons. They retract, open up a 1 block space too deep, and then as soon as the button unpowers, the pistons re-extend and suffocate the villagers in there. So anyway, I'm going to get on with building up the house a little bit, and I'll get back to you with some updates here as we go along. Thanks for joining me. I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, back. A little update. We've got a little porch roof in over the door. I'm going to have to do something different than just the planks in the door. I don't like the way that it looks. We'll figure that out. I thought I was going to try and make it look like a, you know, a wooden door like there would be at a village, but I just don't like the way that looks, so that will probably get nixed. Trying to decide if I'm going to extend the house all the way over to also incorporate the breeder. I think I probably will. I was not going to, but I think I will in the end. But so far I think it's going okay. That section of the house wraps all the way around, so far so good. I'll check back with you in a minute. Alright, everybody, here's a little update. We have made a little design change on the door. We've got the roof going here. I think it's starting to come together and look okay. I'm going to keep working on the roof. I'm going to tell you what about working with stairs with awkward angles. That is no fun, but I think I'm starting to get the hang of it. I'm starting to figure it out, so I will keep working on it and be right back. Alright, welcome back. Here's a little update. We are pretty close to finished. The roof is done. I've been working on texturing the outside. I've got a little chunk up here on the right left to do, but it is, I think, about finished on the exterior. Now, of course, we're going to get some lighting out here, some terraforming. What I'd like to do is use, look at this guy. That's because I got rid of the torches in there because I'm digging out the floor, but I'd like to use leaves and glowstone to create the lighting, and the door is fully functional. At this point, this guy has got to go. Bye-bye. What did he give me? Nothing, because my inventory is full. Let's do this. Power one. Classic. Anyway, so we're going to start working on the floor and a little bit of the interior design here, and see what we can work out. I've got a little staircase here already laid out. I don't know what I'm going to do for lighting on the interior. I may use some carpet here and there to cover glowstone. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'll check back in with you. Alright everybody, I think we've come to a good place. I've been working on the villager breeding house, the village house, for quite some time during this week, and I think we've wrapped up this build to a decent stopping point. I don't think it's a permanent stopping point. I think we'll come back to it again and again as we get more ideas. I like that the sun is going down because we'll get a good look at everything that's going on around there. So let's take a look at it from a distance here. Here is what the build looks like from the exterior. Now, what still needs to be done is obviously some landscaping here or some terraforming. I'd like to make a nice slowly ascending pathway up towards the door there. Get rid of the pigs. I'm going to make a pig farm over here next to the chicken and the cow farm. So as the sun is setting, let's approach and we can take a look at what we have done here to provide lighting on the exterior. So on the outside we have the bushes covering the glowstone for lighting. In these big trees we have made glowstone. We've buried glowstone on the inside so it stays lit up. I still have my zombie trap here, and that is so that I don't get the zombie lag from the zombies sensing that the villagers are nearby and wanting to eat them but not being able to get to them. So here's the finished product of the door. I think that it turned out very well. I'm very satisfied with the way that the door came out. It's a very quick, clean opening process. While I was building, I had an emergency in here. I had to add a layer of glass here and again here because I discovered that the zombies could get to these villagers from the corners, and I had a zombie infestation in my breeding area and all of my villagers turned to zombies. So that wasn't the best, but we got it taken care of. And why won't you set up? Do you have to be here? Yes. So now that is building back up again. Let's see if we have any baby villagers. Yes, indeed, one. Great. Over here, this mess of floating blocks is part of the shall we say population control. This tunnel here is part of the population control. If I press this button, it has another matching button on the other side of the block, but if I press this piston retracts. It drops the floor underneath the population of villagers here and lets them fall into the lava. This is just decoration. Since it's all about the villagers in here, I figured I'd go for kind of an earthy feel or look and have it, you know, it's like a pot of soup boiling, cooking over the fire. Now up here is where my best work has been done. I think this is the breeding platform. As we discussed, there is a way to kill the villagers that I am done with, and to kill the villagers if the population gets out of control here. So let's give it a test. One thing that is good about this is that the selection side is toggleable. So here we have just a regular farmer villager, or I guess he's the butcher, isn't he? So if I don't want him, I can just kill him off. Now let's say I want to choose somebody from this side. All I have to do is toggle that switch, and it I see why none of my switches are working. Give me a second here. What's going on? That's working. That's not working. Hang on just a second. Okay, I learned something about minecart rails here. If I have this set going in this direction and then I toggle this going this direction, they won't find each other again. So anyway, so it's toggleable now. I can select the villager from this side, and that's a priest. I'm going to start messing around with priests and see how functional they are here, but not for the purposes of this video. We're going to let him go, and we're going to grab another one here. Great, a farmer. Now I have this set up where I can just put him into a slot here. I'll show you how simple it is to load them. I need one more slab. You just break out this one rail here. Make sure he's all the way back against the wall. Put in your slab. Come along and you break your minecart. That was a glitch. Alright. And now you have a villager who cannot be reached by, in the case that a zombie gets up here, which it's pretty safe. I don't think they should be able to. But just in case they do, he is now completely untouchable. But I have no interest to be trading right now with a butcher. So I click this button, the floor retracts, and underneath, down in these holes that I was showing you, at the bottom of these holes there is a piston with a stone block. Underneath it there's a tripwire, so they just fall into the hole. The tripwire powers the piston extends and suffocates them, and we control our population thusly. Or we open up new trading slots. Now, as far as population control goes, I have the button on this side just so that we can observe it happening. There they go. And it's quick, it's fast, it's not the most humane thing in the world, but it's a computer game, so I don't feel that bad about it. Replace our minecart, replace our supplies, and we are back in the game. So some updates on the villager trading. I have a great paper villager here. Unfortunately, while I was building the dump zones, I lost my really good paper who was on a good paper villager who was on a 24 paper trade for 1 emerald, but I had traded with him quite extensively and built up a small emerald supply. But my paper supply is growing and we will be trading with him. This is his second to last trading slot, so I will have a lot of trading to do with him before he runs out. This guy has a paper trade early on, but it's fairly easy to re-unlock it, so we're getting emeralds from him as well. Now, here he is, our magic blacksmith. This villager has every blacksmith trade open, and his last trade is an emerald trade, which makes him a very, very valuable blacksmith. I can get any piece of forged or metal equipment or diamond equipment from him in exchange for emeralds. So there it is. My epic quest my quest to find an epic way to continuously get loot is complete. I am able to get full chainmail body armor, which is great, full iron, full diamond tools and weapons, and full iron tools and weapons. So that is the point of all this. That's where it's at. This is why we bother with the trading. Now I don't have to worry about mining for diamonds, and when I do find diamonds, I can use them for building and for other purposes, like trading with other villagers. I'm going to start trading with a priest or a few priests. The catch with the priests is that they will trade you a piece of gear and some emeralds, and they will enchant that piece of gear. So the next quest will be to find a great priest who has great enchantments for the tools and weapons of our choice. But for now, you'll notice that I have here an unenchanted diamond shovel and 30 levels. So to end this episode, we are going to leave our lovely building. I'm pretty satisfied with the way this build is coming together. It may change over time, but for now I'm pretty satisfied with where it's at. We're going to work on the terraforming in the end, but as for the building itself, I think it's done for now. Let's take a look at this shovel. Let's put 30 levels on it. Let's see if we can do better than Fortune 2, which is the shovel we were working with for a long time. And that'll do. We'll take that and a shovel. Very well. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Make sure if you enjoyed this video, you like the video and subscribe if you really liked it. It really helps us out. If you have any suggestions or comments, please leave a comment in the comment box. And until next time, I'm Jibbacraft. Don't forget to come mine with me. Thank you for joining me this episode. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.